I remember many years ago when I got onto the university campus and I was trying to join a fellowship. I recall joining this fellowship and then they made an announcement for a night vigil. So I showed up for the vigil, and in that hall, possibly having about 300 to 400 empty chairs, I saw a couple of people on stage who were doing the cable work and trying to get the sound ready for the prayer session that night. Now, in my mind, I guess I was about 17 at the time, 17 going on 18 thereabout, I discovered that the room was dirty. The whole space was dirty, so I decided that I was going to take a broom and sweep the floor. So I started sweeping the floor. You can imagine how large the auditorium was. And 2 or so minutes after I started sweeping, a lovely lady walked up to me and said, "Excuse me, who are you? What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm in year 1 and I came for the prayer meeting." And I discovered that the hall was filthy, so I decided to sweep the floor. And she was awed, gobsmacked, just wondering, who on earth does that in the University of Lagos? Long story short, one thing leads to another, even though in my mind, I was going to leave Unilag in the second year to study abroad. Would you believe that by the end of the second year, I became the pastor of that fellowship? What are the odds? What are the odds? What are the chances? And over the years, I've come to see that many times for you to be entrusted with responsibility, authority, influence, and capacity, you have to serve. Now, let's be clear. I didn't sweep that place with the hopes that somebody would notice me and go, "Wow, he's going to make a good leader. Let's just make sure that he's the one we hand over to." No. I was doing that because I felt it was the responsible thing to do. And by doing that, over time, my influence grew in that fellowship called the Rock Foundation Mission, and I became the pastor. Now, this is how influence works. Influence does not work by having a big title, massive muscles, a huge bank account, and having the loudest voice in the room. It works by having the servant's heart in the room, having the servant's posture in the room, taking on the responsibility of catering to other people, ensuring that they're doing well, serving, looking out for them. If you want to grow your influence, don't spend a lot of money trying to create fancy flyers and powerful posters and manipulate people. To grow your influence, find the needs in your environment. Find the challenges, the problems, the difficulties. Guess what? Everybody runs toward the person that they perceive has the solution to their problems. So imagine what you do when you call your doctor, when you call your accountant, when you call the lawyer. It's often because there is a need that you have that you believe they can help you meet. Jesus teaches this principle in the book of Luke, chapter 9, and from verse 45 through 47. His disciples were arguing, who's going to be the greatest in the kingdom? Who's going to be the greatest in the kingdom? And the word says that Jesus perceived their thoughts, and perceiving their thoughts, he decided to help them with the right answer. He took a child and set them in their midst and said, "You have to be humble like this child." So what do you want to do to grow your influence? Number one, it has to start with the posture of your heart, not just the actions of your body. Have a posture of humility, have a posture of service, have a posture of expectation. Number two, you want to actually find a need. You want to find a problem in that organization, in that church, in that ministry, in that circle, in that family, and you want to serve. And when you serve, don't serve with an attitude like, "I'm just doing it for you now, sir." Right? Don't serve with the attitude of, "Nobody even acknowledges me." Do it with the attitude of, "I love God, I love people, and I want to serve." The Bible talks about Jesus, that he did not come to lord it over people, but he came to be served. Influence is a powerful tool in the kingdom, and service is the outward expression of humility, of influence. That when you serve from a place of influence and humility, you'll be rewarded with more influence and more capacity. I'm sure you've gotten something today, and I know that you possibly have questions, so drop your comments in the comment box. Let's chat, let's communicate, let's stay in touch. Share this video with somebody else, and until the next time, keep on reigning as a king because you were born to rule.